Hello guys, myself Navneet Kumar Singh and I will be teaching you heat and mass transfer for your GATE examination. So my dear students, if we will talk about GATE is a very conceptual and fundamental exam. So if you are having your concepts, you are having your strong concepts, you are having your strong fundamentals and you are doing number of questions, then you can easily crack GATE and you can have a good rank in this. Okay. So how to do this and what will be the procedure for that, like to achieve good rank, to have a thorough knowledge of subject and all these things, I will be discussing during this session. So for your GATE exam, we will have a little bit of discussion in each and every single video, so that you can improve your study and all, how to study and all. I will tell you all this. So beside this, let us move to the subject and discuss heat and mass transfer syllabus in your GATE examination. So if I will discuss about the weightage of that heat and mass transfer, weightage of HMT, that is your heat and mass transfer in GATE, it is generally 2 marks to 8 marks. So it is generally 2 marks to 8 marks. And as you know, in GATE there are number of sets. So marks can vary from one set to the other set, and there can be variation in numbers. So you have to be fully prepared with the subject. Maybe you are getting like 4 questions or 8 marks. So you must be fully prepared for your full syllabus. They can ask anything from anywhere. Okay. So for this preparation, if you are doing well, because you know some students will say, okay, it is of minimum 2 marks, we can skip. No, even a 0.5 mark is very important in GATE, because it can increase your rank up to thousands. Okay, so now let us see the syllabus. What is the syllabus for your GATE exam? So if you will discuss syllabus, the first unit which I will be covering is your conduction. Okay, the first unit will be your conduction, in which you will be going through a steady state heat conduction. Okay, steady state conduction. So in a steady state conduction, we will be going through like introduction part and all. Then we will be going through different shapes heat transfer, like plane slab, in cylinder, and in sphere, various equations for these, and what will be the heat transfer in each and every case with heat generation. Okay, and without heat generation we will be going through. Now the second one in this conduction part is your unsteady state heat conduction, which is your transient heat conduction. Okay, now transient heat conduction, in this you will be having time as a variable included there, and you will be studying your thermocouple, you will be studying your time constant and all. And third in this conduction part will be heat transfer through the extended surfaces, which is nothing but your fins. Okay, now fins you will be studying for infinitely long fin, you will be studying for fin within insulated tip, you will be studying for fin with different temperatures at the ends, and fin effectiveness, fin efficiency, and each and everything like this. Okay, and the second unit which I will be covering is your heat exchangers. Okay, in heat exchangers I will be covering thoroughly from basic level to the advanced level, so nobody have to worry. Okay, so heat exchangers, there will be classification of heat exchangers, then there will be log mean temperature difference for parallel flow, for counter flow, and these kind of things. There will be NTU methods for parallel flow and counter flow, effectiveness of heat exchangers, efficiency of heat exchangers and all. So, and the third unit will be your radiation heat transfer, which is very easy, okay, to score marks in GATE. Okay, and which is very easy topic. Now third one, in this you will be covering we will be covering your fundamentals of radiation heat transfer, then radiation for the black body. Okay, reflections, different type of reflections we will be covering, laws of radiation we will be covering, radiosity, irradiation, and the resistance concept for two black bodies, for and we will be covering radiation heat transfer between non-black bodies and resistance concept, two enclosures, and each and single thing I will be going through deeply from basic to the advanced level. Okay, and the last topic, which is your very much important. Okay, because good questions are designed in this. Okay, you have to be careful while learning this concept. Now convection, the last. So heat transfer through convection will be we will be studying in this fundamentals of convection, so that because generally there is a fluid mechanics in this portion, and we will be covering first of all this fluid mechanics portion, then we will be moving to the convection heat transfer, and this is of two types, like forced convection and natural convection. We will be studying both the concepts, and in forced convection we will be dealing with internal flow convection and external flow convection, like in pipes and in plates, over the plates. Okay, so this is your basically the syllabus analysis for your GATE exam. So my dear students, you have to be prepared for this, and you have to focus each and every single concept, because if you are having good concepts, again I'm telling you, then you will be doing all the GATE questions. Only you just have to remember these concepts, little bit of formulas, and little bit of things, and number of questions you have to practice, which I will be giving you. Okay, so nobody have to worry. So let us move on to books. So what kind of books you should have? If some students are saying like, okay sir, we want to study more, and if they want to study more, they can have like good books. So students, come to the board. Okay, now books for your GATE examination will be books for heat and mass transfer, that is HMT. Let us say first book will be your, what I will prefer, because I know that my notes and my design questions which I will be giving you in this session will be more than sufficient for you. Okay, but some students are like, we want to study more thoroughly, and they have to practice more questions and all, so I will be referring books for this. So this will be the first book is your, let us say, the best book which I will say, this is R.C. Sachdeva. In this you will be having advanced theory. Advanced, I mean, if you have studied or gone through like subject, then you must go for this book only. Advanced theory plus good numericals. And being a mechanical engineer for you guys, okay, the language is quite good. And the second is your second book will be your P.K. Nag. P.K. Nag. So this will be having good theory again, and what I will say, good questions are there, like numericals are good. You can go for this book also. And the third one is your Sengel, Yunus A. Sengel. A. Sengel. In this you will be having best theory. Okay, and it is very interesting book. You will enjoy studying this book. Okay, so theory plus some basic numericals will be there. Okay, now fourth one is your Incopera. So in Incopera you will be having good theory, that is best theory, and best numericals. You will have some like different type of questions there. You will enjoy studying this book also, but I will say like numericals will be if you want to do practice more questions, or like some new questions which are different type of concepts and all, so you can go for Incopera. And at last, some students are not comfortable with these books because they are not getting, or they want to start from the basic, then they can go for R.K. Rajput. Single theory is okay. some errors are there, but it can okay, it will be okay. Theory plus some solved examples and numericals will be okay, good. Okay guys, so this is yours. So being your faculty, what I will say, just first of all go through my video lectures. You will have each and every single concept from basic to the advanced level. You don't have to worry about anything, okay? And if then also you want to have a study book, because you know in GATE you are not having that much of time, so you must have a good management, good time management, okay? So for that, if you want to study, you can study, you can go for that, but you have to manage your time so that you can have extra time for other subjects also. So being your faculty, I will say just take one book and study it thoroughly, go through the book thoroughly, then you must go for the next part, okay? So now, so dear students, now let us move on to your introduction part for heat and mass transfer. So let us study what is heat and let us study what is your heat transfer, what are the concepts, and from where we should start, okay? So my dear students, let us have a introduction part. Let us start. Introduction for HMT. Introduction for HMT. So why we are studying heat and mass transfer if we already have your thermodynamics, okay? So students, when we are studying heat and mass transfer, okay, now let us say in thermodynamics, I will explain it, don't worry. In thermodynamics, amount of heat transfer is dealt with and time is not included as a variable there. But if you will talk about heat and mass transfer, then we talk about rate of heat transfer. Rate of heat transfer is taken in HMT, that is your heat and mass transfer, and we can say time is included as a variable. Time is included as a variable, okay? Now my dear students, we know this much part, okay? Now what is happening, why we are having this kind of concept or introduction in this part? Let's understand it carefully, okay? Now slowly your concepts will be strong, so focus on the board. Now let us understand, let us take an example. If I am taking a system, let us say this is your piston cylinder arrangement, I am taking it, and this is having some kind of boundary, okay? This is your piston cylinder arrangement containing some hot gases, okay? And what I am considering, this is circular, and what I am considering, hot gases are there inside this. So this is some system, maybe you have gone through this in thermodynamics. This is your system, okay? Now this is your metal lining, and this is your surrounding, and in surrounding there is cold air. So let us say some cold air there, cold air is there, okay? Some cold air is there. So what we have seen in thermodynamics is we are just dealing with if some heat will be transferred due to temperature difference. I'm not going into the basic definition of heat, which is generally heat can be defined as, or heat is a science which predicts, it is a science which generally what predicts energy transfer between the material substances due to temperature difference. Okay, energy transfer due to temperature differences. Let us say this is at lower temperature Tc, that is at Th, higher temperature hot gases, and this is at Tc, lower temperature, that is Th is greater than Tc, and there will be some heat transfer by crossing this metal lining to the surrounding air, to the surrounding air. So guys, when you have studied thermodynamics, have you seen we are only talking about the equilibrium positions. We are moving from one equilibrium position to the other equilibrium position. After some time, it will take some time, but we are not dealing in between what is happening in the inside the process. Okay, let us say the temperature is 200,000, or we cannot take that much. Let us say temperature is 1000 degree inside that, and temperature is something like, what am I assuming is this is a some closed body like this. Okay, so what is having, this is having your some kind of equilibrium. After some time, these both are attaining some kind of equilibrium. If I will left it in this situation, so both will attain some kind of equilibrium after some time. Okay, so in thermodynamics you will be dealing with one equilibrium position to the other equilibrium position, and there will be some amount of heat transfer. Okay, and it is unable to predict the temperature along the length, along the metal lining. So inside temperature, outside temperature, we are not studying in this, but heat transfer is able to predict, heat transfer is able to predict your what, your temperature along length. Okay, and time is included as a variable there, that after some time, so at what rate heat is transferred inside the material. Let us take an example also. So if there is some water inside that tank, let us say this is your tank, and some water is there, that is, let us say, cold water, and I'm placing a slab inside this. Okay, I'm placing a slab inside this which is having some high temperature Th, and this is having some low temperature Tc. So it will be transferred to this water. Okay, so it will be transferred to this water, but what we can see that how fast the heat is flowing from this slab to this, we can predict it by reading, or we are studying the heat and mass transfer. We can also predict, the temperature along the length, because after some time what will happen, maybe it can be like 200 degrees Celsius here, 180 degrees Celsius here, and 120 degree or 170 degrees Celsius here, something like this. So there will be temperature variation, and we can calculate it by in the heat and mass transfer. I think this is clear. This definition is clear that in thermodynamics we are only dealing with amount of heat transfer, and with and time is not included as a variable. But in HMG, rate of heat transfer is taken in heat and mass transfer, so time is included as a variable. So what is heat and mass transfer? It is the extension of heat and mass transfer is the extension of thermodynamics, including time as a variable. Okay, so we will see all this in this. So let us move on to the next topic. So maybe you have understood this. So I must rub it. Okay, now. So what will be the mechanism of heat transfer? How heat is transferred? What will be the mechanism of heat transfer? So when we are dealing with heat and mass transfer, we are like how heat is transferred. Let us take an example again. Let us say there is, generally in day-to-day life we are having some basic things, but we are not observing. Let us observe some basic example. Let us say some hot water is there inside the glass. So I am just dealing with mechanism of heat transfer. Mechanism of heat transfer. I will be going through this concept thoroughly in the conduction part. Okay, conduction, convection, and all modes of heat transfer will be discussed. So in mechanism, what will be there? Let us say there is some hot water, and this glass is of steel. Okay, you are having some hot water there. So you feel some warmth, and it is having like for a little bit high temperature. Okay, so let us say it is having like water at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, and surrounding air is at 30 degrees Celsius. So heat will be transferred from this water to the surrounding air, which is cold. As we know, the glass temperature of that glass water is higher than the temperature of that surrounding air. So heat will be transferred. Okay, so heat will be transferred to this, like this, from higher temperature to the lower temperature. Okay. Now what we can observe is there will be some heat transfer from water to the inner lining of the glass. Then there will be some heat transfer inside material, that is steel, inside steel. Then there will be some heat transfer in outside air. So if some air is there, some air is there. So there will be, let us take it little bit like this, so that you can feel the boundary. You can feel this. Okay. So what is happening inside this? So there is heat transfer from here to this part. So there will be some heat transfer in this part in water. Then there will be heat transfer through inner lining to the outer lining. Okay. Then from this lining there will be heat transfer to the surrounding air. So something is happening inside the glass. It is transferring. So what we will see after some time t, let us say 10 minutes, 20 minutes or 15 minutes, the water will come down to the 30 degree Celsius temperature. Okay, so they both will have the like thermal equilibrium positions. So heat is transferred from inside fluid to the boundary, that is your solid material, which is metal. I don't know, so like with some mechanism it is happening. Then some heat is transferred within the that steel metal. Then from outside surface some heat is transferred to the surrounding air. So how it is happening, let us go it in thoroughly in the after some time. So this is happening inside like this. We will discuss it thoroughly. Okay, so let us understand some applications. What are the applications of heat and mass transfer? Applications heat and mass transfer. So now we know what is happening inside this, what is heat and mass transfer. So we can discuss the applications of this. Okay, now if you will go and will observe, then there is mechanical engineering. The heat transfer involves in boilers. Then there is like in condensers, evaporators and all. And after boilers there will be engines, different type of engines. There will be some heat transfer, then condenser, etc. And then more applications are there, condenser, etc. So if I will talk about chemical engineering or civil engineering, let us say civil engineering first. So heat transfer through through buildings, and heat transfer in railway tracks. So they are studying these, like civil guys are studying this, etc. Okay. Now third, let us say in metallurgical engineering. There will be heat transfer in furnaces, then heat treatment applications, And if you will talk about the third, the fourth one, this is your electrical engineering. Electrical engineering, then there will be a cooling of transformers and motors. But how is heat transferred in this? So we will be studying your next. We will be studying your modes of heat transfer. So in this case, if you will have, there will be some modes of heat transfer like convection, convection, and radiation. So there will be some modes of heat transfer. And in which number first is your convection. So heat transfer is like you will study mechanism. These three will be involved, like conduction. The second will be your convection, and the third one will be your radiation. So let us study it. What is convection, what is conduction, what is convection, and what is radiation. Okay.